Here is a look at the radar right now. This is the storm bearing down on New England, and the first snow should start falling later tonight. You're going to want your shovels, your snow blowers ready for this one. Chief Meteorologist Pete Bouchard joining us now. Pete, it's a busy night for you in the weather department. This is going to be a lot of snow. What do we need to know here?
Yeah, it looks like it overnight tonight. I think you're going to break our streak of not having 6 inches of snow in Boston with this one. We should get it after almost 2 winters without it. You can see we're 11 inches below normal. We've had almost 17 for the season. Hartford's below normal, Providence, Worcester just a hair, and will be above normal after the storm in Worcester after about 7 or 8 inches there. Bridgeport, Connecticut too. So this will eat away at some of the deficits. We're noting the heavier bands of snow. You look for that in the darker shadings of blue, these streaks that show up across Pennsylvania. And also of note, we'll zoom into Pittsburgh, which is experiencing thunderstorms. We've just had a few go through. What happens, you can see the lightning strikes in there too, right around Pittsburgh. What happens is you have a tremendous amount of lift in the atmosphere. Some of this lifts through in the atmosphere and gets into this snow too. So you have thunder snow essentially in this band potentially. And that's really what throws off the models. It throws off the snowfall forecast because you really can't compensate for that in a weather model of the intense snow that comes with thunder snow. Your snowfall rates could go, and I've seen it go to 3 to 4 inches per hour in a thunder snow storm. It's just like, think of it as a downpour with snow, right? It's just tremendous amounts of snow coming out of these clouds. But that chance is while we're sleeping. It's not at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. It's not at 5 a.m. It's really in the window between 12 and 5. That's when you see these big, tall columns here. And then they go down. This is the much lighter snow through the day, or at least until noontime around greater Boston. We're a little wary about that after 5 o'clock. How much are we going to get on the backside of the storm system, right? Could we get maybe an inch or two? Sure, you could. A better way of looking at that timeline is looking at your chance for precipitation. You see it, best chances through at least 8 a.m., then it drops at 10, and then by noontime we're starting to wrap up. We still have flakes that may fly into the afternoon, but we don't think it's going to be much of a big deal at all. So cleanup should be getting done by mid-morning to late morning. Although, if you're a plow operator, you know you'd be plowing right through into the afternoon. Take care of those clients. About 5 to 8 inches of snow, Boston, the North Shore, the South Shore, all the way to about Buzzards Bay, 3 to 5 on Cape Cod and the islands, 8 plus. It seems like a cop-out, doesn't it? Just 8 plus, could be 9, could be 10, but we're not certain here about whether or not we should go towards a foot. We'd be in the 8 to 10 range if we had to be committed to some exact numbers here. Gardner, Leominster, Pepperell, all the way up to about Portsmouth. This is the fluffier snow, so your snowfall accumulates a lot easier here. This 5 to 8 is essentially in a stickier snow from Boston down through Scituate, but still solid. And then the 3 to 5, we do anticipate a little bit of sleet mixing in from Barnstable through Falmouth and back into Chatham, and especially on the islands too. 31 right now in Hull, 30 in Lynn, 29 in Marlborough. These numbers will sink. You can almost see that boundary where the colder air is and the fluffier snow would be. If you're closer to freezing, your snow is a lot stickier. But Boston should still slump back to about 30 or 29. Tomorrow's high temperature about 33 degrees. The snow tapers, maybe even some peaks of sun late day before it sets. These days closer to 5-15. And then Monday 30 and then 32 flurries to the south. We do have a chance of seeing another storm on Thursday. Let's watch these go by now. This is the one exiting tomorrow. There's another one that comes close on Tuesday. Could give us a few snow showers or flurries, especially on the Cape. And then a bigger storm on Thursday. This one does look like it'll go through a changeover from snow over to mix and mainly over to rain. And then there's one final one here going into next weekend. It's a long way off, but that one could be a coastal storm or nor'easter. We'll have to watch one very carefully. About a week away. There's plenty that can go on until that point. Of course, there's Valentine's Day, and you may heart the forecast because it's not snowing and it's not raining. Our temperature around 34 degrees. Monica.